Hello, this is Brother Johnny Williams with another edition of In the Word. This will be another life lessons and testimony. Let me say from the beginning here, my soul is troubled this evening. When I'm troubled, I ask the Lord for my medicine. When He gives me my medicine, when He anoints me, He gives me the things that I need to talk about. I pray to Him constantly, all the time. Lord, help me, anoint me, give me your word. Let me know what to say to your sheep. Tonight, I'm going to be reading out of the book of Matthew, again, to lay a foundation for a conversation. I would like everyone to read this and understand this and follow along as we have an in-depth general conversation about these scriptures. We're going to be reading Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, 17, and 22. Let me give you a moment to get there. Okay, let's get to Matthew chapter 10. And again, we're going to read verse 16, 17, and 22. And then we'll have our general discussion. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But be aware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Then we go over to 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. I went over this before to all of my followers, brothers and sisters, pastors, ministers, elders, bishops, doctors. Let me ask you something. Don't it get lonely sometimes? It gets so lonely sometimes. He said he sent us out as sheep in the midst of wolves. He knew that our job would not be easy. He knew that we would be persecuted. He knew that we would be hated. But let me ask you something, a lot of you, and I need you to search your soul before you answer this question. Were you ready? Were you ready to get out there? Were you ready when you ran into your first obstacle? Were you ready the first time you got persecuted? You got lonely? Did it not? We, as men and women of God, I've said it before, we have to dare to go into a den of wolves in order to try to save souls. Just because they're a wolf, you treat them with a long-handled spoon, but you're still supposed to try and pull some away. And in doing so, you may get hurt. Be as harmless as a turtle dove, but be ye as wise as a serpent. Those two things going hand in hand there. It seems like a contradiction, but it's not. You know, we've all heard this phrase. We have an all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving God. God also tells you to love and pray for your enemies. Some of those wolves. How merciful can our God be? And if you are a man and a woman that professes that you are spreading his word, you too have to learn and suffer because of mercy. Sometimes, it gets hard. We snap judge people. We're human. We make that mistake. All of us. But there's a phrase that I've heard so many times over and over and over again. Stay prayed up. You have to. Because you're going to get hurt. I did a sermon not too long ago. The devil is alive and well. Ladies and gentlemen, the devil is alive and well each and every day. And you've heard this statement also. Nothing can hurt you but what's close to you. The devil will use the most precious thing against you. He'll use your wife, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your children. He will use them against you. He'll ease his way in there. And if you don't stay prayed up, if you don't walk with God, you won't be able to recognize or catch it. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes anger creeps in. That's the devil creeping in and grabbing a hold to you. I'm going to make this life lesson one short, and I'm going to get the testimony. Stay prayed up. Constantly walk with God. Each and every day be wise. Again, even as wise as you may be. Again, he has a million tricks. Again, I've said this, he's a bully that does not go away. He returns again and again and again and again and again. He's not worried about those ones that he already got. He's after those that are trying to endure to the end. Trying to knock them off that narrow path to get them on that broad path that leads to destruction. And again, he will use anything against you. And when he does, it hurts so bad. So bad. Testimony. As always, I use myself. My soul is hurt today. I'm hurt. Let me say this. When I tell somebody that I care about them, I mean it. I don't use that term lightly. I'll tell you something about me. Always have been that way. I am a person of very strongly held opinions about things. It is a great gift, asset to me. Now, sometimes I have gotten into a lot of trouble with my strong-minded thinking, but it has served me more to the good than the bad. But with that, what I mean, I'll go back to when I care about something or someone, I care. Let me say it one more time. When I tell you that I care about you, that is exactly what I mean. I'm thinking about you. And I would like for it to be reciprocated, or I would like for the affection to be returned in kind. We always speak of how good it is for brethren to live in peace and harmony. Well, if brethren are going to live in peace and harmony, they're going to have to feel the same way towards one another. Let me give you a bit of warning in my testimony. I have said this to people. It would take almost an act of God for me to turn my back on something or someone. But if I do, it's turned. When you show me what you are through observation, through painstaking time spent, you have shown me what you are. I'm not listening to what no one else tells me. You will show me what you are. As it says, your works will follow you. You can't hide. You can't run. You may camouflage it for a while to people whose eyes are not open. Can't hide from the Lord. You cannot hide from a person that is anointed by the Lord. Because when he anoints them, he clears the vision where they can see these dangers. They can see these wolves. They can see these serpents that are around them each and every day before it gets too late. Once I told you that a serpent around you will constantly strike you, injecting just enough venom or poison to weaken you and weaken you and weaken you until one day it's too late. Do not confuse. One more time. Let me remind you. Do not confuse, or do not try to treat a serpent or a wolf like a turtle dove. You are putting yourself at a great disadvantage. And before you know it, you've got bitten by that wolf and you've gotten struck by that serpent. Fatally. I do my very best. Again, I'm human, flesh and blood human. And I make mistakes. But I do my very best. Again, to stay prayed up. And I always ask the Lord for my medicine, for forgiveness. You see, I now know, well, I've been knowing for quite some time, how a lot of those people that I misused their trust, how they truly felt. People that had only good intentions in their heart for me, and I misused them. Now I know how they felt. And to all of them, I have asked for forgiveness, and I will ask again. Please forgive me. If you want absolution for some of the things that I've done, let me reassure you of this. I have been punished. God has punished me. He punished me so that he showed me the error of my ways and turned me around. Again, what a loving God that we have. To all of my followers, anyone within the sound of my voice, you listen to this last thing that I'm about to tell you. Never, ever misuse someone's trust. It is an honorable thing to gain someone's trust. When you gain someone's trust, you show appreciation for that. You let a brother or a sister know that you appreciate. I'm not talking about just your blood brother or your blood sister. I'm talking about any brother or sister that you associate with, each and every that you fellowship with. You let them know you appreciate them. Trust is earned. And when a person gives it, they give it from their heart. And when you misuse that trust, you hurt that person's soul. And if you have any kind of heart or conscience, or if there's any humbleness in you, it should bother you. I had to pray real hard. A few minutes ago, I had to ride around with my wife, and I had to talk, and I had to pray. Ask for my medicine, and now I feel better, and I had to bring this to you. So in closing, we're getting better all the time. We're getting better all the time. We aren't what we ought to be, but we're better than we used to be. You know why? Because we have a made up mind. Thank you. Please listen to what I said about trust, and God bless you.